I talk about karate a lot, but like, what am I going to talk about except what I know? But my watch said, time to get moving. Why don't you mind your own business? It says 5 torso twists with a question mark.
Hey, you want to maybe do some core work right now?
Literally what
Jesus.
it says. Put your hands like this. Is it counting them? Oh, it is. 2, 3.
You big old
4,
cheater.
And 5 torso twists. Look.
Back in my HR days, we used to do these fitness challenges because we were in a call center. I ran the HR department.
I was in charge of human resources.
I was a part of a really awesome human resource team. And we were in this call center, and so we would do these fitness challenges, and there were some pedometers, and I would walk through the aisles every once in a while, and I'd see people with their foot like tapping at their desk.
Oh, pedometers work.
Yeah,
like that.
they'd stick it on their shoelaces and be like pop 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 pop. Be like, how'd you get 1,000,000 steps?
I'll tell you now, before I go on, if you're listening and you're wearing a tracker that you use to keep track of your steps, but it counts every time you move your wrist.
That's cheating.
That's cheating. I used to have one.
Yeah. You're saying about karate.
So we talked about it before, but when I was in karate, man, like I took those principles so seriously, mind, body, and spirit, right? And they would talk about the empty hands and like I knew Japanese phrases. I used to do katas in my backyard on my parents' on the basketball court in the middle of the afternoon after school because I had a competition coming up where I had to perform it. A kata is like it's a form. A style, and there's different variations of it, but in our society, it's almost like a simulated fight.
Okay.
A very organized fight.
Okay.
I'm going to attack to the right, and then I'm going to turn around and attack to the left.
And you would execute like the techniques that you learned?
And the turns in the foot, and the closing the gap, and the breathing, and kiyas, and all this energy. But I took it to, imagine being like 13 into my teenage years on the like Karate Kid.
Yeah.
But not like, I didn't have a sensei. My dad wasn't out there like, focus power, like it was it was cool to me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and it gave you something to focus on.
But dude, we used like if I could have taken that piece of education and resistance style training and kept it fueled through high school, like I did it, but it was just something I would get off of football practice at the evening, and me and my buddy Mitchell Fisher from.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Mitchell?
From Golds.
He started his own podcast. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, dude. He's a couple episodes in already. He's doing an awesome job. He's got like the gorilla kettlebell on his desk.
Yes.
He's just talking about all kinds of stuff.
We went through some crap he went through some crap in high school, man. Yeah. We went through it and we trained together and did karate together. But like he knows if I could take that and I think for the most part he did. And I lost it for a while, and I'm starting to gain it back now in my later years. Looking back and applying some of these concepts. But like if I could have taken that education around the importance of stabilization and endurance, muscular endurance, we didn't really do, I can't say we didn't do hypertrophy style at workouts because we did push-ups. I can literally remember his dad and mine being like, all right, we're going to do push-ups till our arms fall off. And sometimes that's what it felt like. You were like, my arms are done for the rest of this week.
Yeah.
And him and I Max did max strength training in high school for powerlifting. And then power and performance and stuff after that, right? But like, so if I could have carried those in, or if I had somebody fueling those or fostering those, even my parents, if I had that into college and then now into my training years, like it wouldn't have been so. I don't think I would have had so many times there where I wasn't really digging into the studying and the understanding of what the heck I was doing.
Sure.
We talked about last time, like stop wishing about it and like really like, get up and whatever it is that turns that cog, like get up and do it. And resistance training might be it, just for the reason that if you do it correctly and you come at it with the right mindset, you will get results for whatever your physical health goals are, with the exception of an ailment that prevents you from doing a specific training that you want to do.
Right.
You might have to augment or modify that to fit what your life, has thrown at you. But if you implement it and then you educate yourself on it, or if you don't know and you get help educating yourself on it, you will benefit from it. When you said live your best life, I was like, yeah.
Hell yes.
Because I think like coming into this conversation in itself, and if you're listening to it all the way through, like here it is. Here's I was dude. I was sitting here like resistance training because I love resistance training.
Yeah,
but when I
explain, it's also fun.
And when I explain it to somebody, I'm like, let's not, like, I've rarely had somebody be like, explain it, tell me what the purpose is.
Right.
And then there's been times where I'm explaining it and I'm looking in the eyes and they're looking back at the wall behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not talking. I'm trying to sound real smart, and you're not even listening to me.
I'm putting all this effort.
But like, if you can, whatever level you need to fit it into your training regimen and your lifestyle, it will benefit from.
Yeah.
You will benefit from taking the hill, taking your walk around the block to one of those hills, taking that left and doing the hill that's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
That you always are like, one of these days, just go try it.
And you're gonna lunge up that hill.
Ooh. And then I want you to walk on your hands up the hill.
Yeah.